is alive with the dome. And the Pilots can smell it. Here comes Collinsworth. They're just shading him. He's into front court. He'll go all the way to the lane, lay it up. It'll count, but the horn sounds, and the Pilots have pulled the upset over BYU. The student section runs to center court. They mob the guys, and it'll be a big-time party on the Bluff tonight.
84-81 with Presley, Wintering, and Tyson leading the way.
Welcome to this month's edition of Portside with the Pilots. I'm your host, Jamie Hudson. What a win that was for the Pilots men's basketball team over BYU last month. We will have more from that game later on in the show, but for now, here's what we have in store. Coming up, a men's tennis student athlete teaches the Greek traditional dance of Crete.
Remember in Susta, watch your partner. It's very important.
Plus an update on the renovations out at Joe Etzel Field. Also, the Portland track and field team receives the program's highest national ranking ever.
It's something that I didn't even go into the season thinking, like, okay, we're going to be ranked. You can already feel that this track program is something special. Everyone's just really excited now, so it's awesome to see.
But first, the 1996 UP men's basketball team was back at the University of Portland last month to celebrate the 20-year anniversary of their run to the NCAA Tournament. That year, the Pilots finished the season with 19 wins, including a 76-68 victory over Gonzaga in the West Coast Conference Championship game. They also broke a 37-year NCAA Tournament drought, and their weekend on the Bluff was capped off by the Pilots' win over BYU.
And the Pilots of Portland going to the NCAA Tournament for the first time since 1959.
Seeing the guys, many of them, we haven't seen since graduation. So it's kind of fun because you feel like you're just picking up where you left off in a lot of ways.
We had some of the same expectations. We thought we, let one go that year before. After finishing, I believe we finished 5th during the regular season and going into the tournament, nobody really looked at us, gave us a shot.
We lost our last conference game to St. Mary's, which was senior night, and that was the last game before the tournament. And I think that was a turning point. I mean, simply your back is against the wall, your season could end with a first-round loss. And I think at that point, instead of being tight, we played loose, but we were determined.
The memories I have that are most vivid actually come from the WCC tournament because I kind of think hit our stride. Of course, winning against Gonzaga, that's been a long-time rival, at school, and they've gotten our number a number of times. So to do that and do that in the tournament was really pretty phenomenal.
It was like a lifelong dream, growing up playing basketball. Every March, watching March Madness, actually being in the Child Center, waiting for our season and everything. Getting a chance to play in the NCAA tournament, lifelong dream. Got a chance to take one of those things off my list that I said I wanted to do, as a kid.
Last season, the University of Portland introduced a team chaplaincy program that put Sister Sue Bruno on the bench with the women's basketball team and Father Jerry Ollinger with the men's team. Now, Father Jerry has accepted a new role on campus as Vice President for University Relations. So, in comes Father Dan Parrish. Father Dan joined the team in mid-January, and he has quite the story. He is a UP alum. He's a professor here on the Bluff in the Pamplin School of Business, and he was this close to trying out for the basketball team here at UP when he was a student. Here's more on the new men's basketball team chaplain, Father Dan Parrish.
God, our rock and our strength, be with us today as we go back into battle. Prepare these men for the task ahead. Make them as strong as Samson, who crushed the Philistines. Give them the heart of St. George, the dragon slayer. Send your protection to keep them free from injury, and bring us, together as one team, the victory we seek. Bless these pilots, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I've been at Notre Dame for the past 15 years, and last year I had the opportunity to serve as one of the chaplains for the men's basketball team.
But this is a special opportunity for me, returning to my alma mater here at the University of Portland. I had always dreamt of being a member of this team, and so now being able to actually fulfill that dream is really special.
Fast break for the Pilots, and it's 5-2 Portland.
So, of course, I'm pretty new with the team, but the one player that I've hit it off the most with so far would be Xavier Hallinan. It helps that he sits right next to me on the bench, and as the new guy, I'm asking lots of questions. Xavier also happens to be one of my advisees in the School of Business.
We're always doing this. We're always paying attention to what is going on around us, seen through the various lenses and frames that make us who we are.
Father Dan is my academic advisor, so he's the guy I go to for help registering for classes and questions like that. But then he's also my partner in crime when we complain about the refs and, I don't know, kind of cheer the guys on during the game, and I've gotten to know him pretty well, pretty fast actually.
As far as the official chaplaincy role, it really is to provide another member of the staff that's not explicitly responsible for coaching, but really is there for the well-being of the men. And that goes for all the men on the team, both the players and the coaches and the staff. When we were in grade school, one of my best friend's moms would only buy him Christian music. And so at one point, she got him a tape called The Bible Break. And then we got to high school and we took the show on the road. We won the talent show in high school as well, and as members of the choir, sometimes we'd be at different events and our choir director would say, all right, Bible break, and she'd, and we would get up on stage and do this little rap. So it goes like this. Listen, friends, lend an ear, because faith comes by the word you hear. I'm not talking junk, I'm not talking jive, but I got a message that makes you live. If you're red, yellow, black, or white, everybody is a star in Jesus' sight. He loves you so we came into this world to give his love to every boy and girl. He loves you. He loves you. Don't you know that Jesus loves you?
Coming up on Portside, an inside look at a Greek dance class taught by men's tennis sophomore Michael Pervilarakis.
As we welcome Coach Nick here to Villa and here to UP. Can we hear it for him? Our goal is to win a national championship, and we can't do that without you guys.
There's fantastic soccer in the Pacific Northwest, and I think this can be a top destination for student athletes who want to reach their full potential.
One team, one goal, one family.
Welcome back to Portside. As a sophomore, Michael Pervilarakis has established himself as a force at the #1 position for the men's tennis team. But it's his impact in the community that surpasses his accolades on the court. A few Sundays a month, Mike volunteers at Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Cathedral in Northeast Portland as a dance instructor. Mike specializes in the Greek traditional dance of Crete, and he is helping the kids at the church prepare for a big recital later this month.
Keep dancing without the hands. 5, 6, 7, then you get up. Okay, you do this, okay, you do your circles, you go, and then you can do the other way. Understand? My mother is from Cyprus. That is an independent country. It's not Greece. So my father is from Greece. The dances I teach are from Crete. When you turn, it's probably 1. You have to watch each other diagonally. And then the other way, you switch like that.
The Greek festival is where I first met him. To meet Mihaly the way I did, which was on the dance floor after one of our performances finished, and I saw his dance moves and I go, oh wow, is he Cretan? And then I found out he was.
They asked me, are you interested on helping us to teach the dances? I'm like, yeah, sure, I would help. No problem, I love it. Do a full round, and then another full round, and then. Remember in Susta, watch your partner. It's very important. I don't get paid, it's just for pleasure, you know. Even if they ask me, I don't take money for this because it's something I really enjoy and I want to help these kids. Bravo! Bravo, Nico.
He knows how to do the dance moves and he provides insight on the history of the dance, which is crucial for the kids to wrap their minds around the mood of what they should project during each dance.
Round, round. Hola! Bravo, yeah! You have the basic dance, but it's always the same, and then you have the variation. And from the variation is how you understand that somebody's a good dancer. Getting there. We just need practice. Have to do it thousands of times. I'm really happy when I go there and I speak Greek, and you know, the people there are very, very friendly. They embraced me in their family, and I really appreciate that. Bravo, bravo, Luke.
A colleague sent me a text and said, you're ranked 20th in the nation in track and field. And I'm like, whoa, that sort of took me by surprise. Maybe one time in my 26 years, we've had something similar. Now we have, on the strength of Woody Kincaid, ranked #1 in 2 events, and Reed Buchanan ranked 2nd in 1 event and 3rd or 4th in the other event. Our team looks fairly potent on paper.
The dynamic has changed where it's a competitive program from the sprints through the distance, and the athletes have kind of proven that they're worth it by qualifying for nationals, by having a Corey or Kaylee Van Loo or Catherine Mouse who have done really successful performances and got them to the national level.
Our track program has come a long way and is really at its peak since I've been the coach here, with Corey Tilke going to the nationals last year, with what Nathan Devon's doing in the long jump, what our women's sprinters are doing. So it's an exciting time. We're in position with a track team to take another step.
Up next on Portside with the Pilots, a look at the 2016 baseball season. For the first time in program history, the University of Portland baseball team will play a night game at Joe Etzel Field under the lights on Friday, February 26th, when they host Oakland. The lights were installed in May as part of Phase 2 of the Joe Etzel Field renovations, and they follow the installation of a new synthetic field in 2014. Tickets for opening night are available, and the weekend also includes Portland's annual and always popular Diamond Dinner. Visit portlandpilots.com for more information. Back here on Portside, renovations to Joe Etzel Field began in the 2014 offseason, and a lot has changed since then. From a new synthetic turf surface to lights, the baseball stadium has completely transformed into one of the top venues on the West Coast. Here's a look back at the first 2 phases of the project and also what's ahead in Phase 3.
In 1966, myself along with some players built the field, which is now known as Joe Etzel Field. It was a natural grass field, and over the years it became known in the region as the best playing field in the Northwest.
The process really started in off-season of 13 when we set some attainable goals and decided that we'd renovate Joe Etzel Field on its current site. We were fortunate enough to get the funds we needed to replace the grass surface with AstroTurf, new scoreboard, new fences, a new berm seating down the right field line. That was a game changer for us. In the offseason of 2015, we were able to raise money to install lights at Joe Etzel Field in just a matter of months. We can now practice in the evening and really give our student athletes a bigger window in which to schedule their classes in the late morning and afternoon.
My freshman year, it was obviously way different. The whole entire surface was grass and dirt, so seeing it come from that to what it is now, and then being able to look at the stadium and know that it's going to be a whole new thing is awesome.
What's next for the project is a new grandstand with new dugouts, new and improved seating, a new press box, concessions, merchandise, really bringing the facility up to where we need to be from a competitive standpoint in 2016 and beyond.
With the renovations that are coming, with the new stadium, that's just going to tie the Child Center and Beauchamp and Pilot Stadium all together. And all these renovations make a difference. And so when we finally get that stadium piece done, we're really going to have one of the best facilities in the Northwest.
The 2016 baseball season is upon us, and new head coach Jeff Loomis has the team moving in the right direction. Loomis starred on the Bluff from 1990 to 1992 and is a member of the UP Athletic Hall of Fame. The team returns 25 letter winners from a year ago and have added 9 new faces to the program. Here's a bit of what to expect from the 2016 Pilots.
2016. The dawn of a new era for Portland Pilots baseball. Spring is coming. As the seasons turn, give everything you have. Baseball. It's not just a game. It's a way of life. It's what defines us. It is an honor and a privilege to put on this jersey, to step onto Joe Etzel Field, to represent the Pilots. Now is the time to start a new legacy on the Bluff. Building a legacy takes strength. It takes commitment. It takes passion. Success doesn't only happen because of great plays or great players. It happens because of endless hard work when no one is watching. The future is now. What will you make of it? How will you leave your mark? 56 games. Play every one like it's your last. 35 players, teammates, brothers. How will you make the team better? What will you leave behind? Rain, shine, hot, cold. No excuses, no half measures. The 2016 season is here. Play like a champion. Every throw, every catch, every swing, every time you put on the purple, you write a new page in the history books. Pilots baseball. How will you be remembered?
Up next on Portside with the Pilots, it's the Portside 5.
Pump fake, drives the lane and packs it with the right hand. Nate Austin slow to get out of Jarrell Marshall with a highlight dunk.
U.S. Bank Student Athlete of the Month for January is men's track and field redshirt senior Woody Kincaid. Kincaid took third place at the Tracktown USA High Performance Meet with a time of 7:48.89 against 4 of the top professionals from around the globe. He was also named the USTF CCCA NCAA Division I Male Student Athlete of the Week twice last month. Kincaid currently holds the NCAA's top times in both the 3,000 and 5,000 meter. Welcome back to Portside. It's time for our monthly countdown of the top plays and moments since the last show. So here's the February version of the Portside 5. Number 5 on the Portside 5 is women's basketball junior Hannah Matson and her performance against the Pepperdine Waves. Matson shot 6 of 7 from the field, including a perfect 4 for 4 from behind the arc to tally a career-high 16 points to help lead the Pilots to an 81-79 win over the visiting Waves. At number 4, what a winter it has been for track and field redshirt senior Woody Kincaid. Kincaid continues to lead the NCAA with the fastest 3,000 and 5,000 meter times, and he showed well against the world's best distance runners at the Nike House of Track. Kincaid set a PR last month with a time of 7:48.89 and placed third in the Tracktown USA High Performance Meet. In at number 3 on our countdown is courtesy of Jarrell Marshall in the Pilots' big win over BYU.
Watching a true freshman out of Lake Oswego. Marshall!
The runner-up on the Portside 5, Alec Wintering, Captain Clutch. Wintering knocked down the go-ahead three-pointer with 1:06 remaining to give the Pilots the 72-70 lead at Pepperdine. The bucket proved to be the game winner in the 73-70 win, which was Pepperdine's first home loss of the season. Finally, at number 1, same game, 1 minute later, Pepperdine had one final chance to tie the Pilots at the end of regulation, but Jarrell Marshall stuck with Lamont Murray Jr. the whole way to block his shot at the buzzer.
And his shot is blocked by Jarrell Marshall, and that's the ball game. And Portland has pulled off the road win at Pepperdine.
Thanks for joining us on this month's Portside. We'll see you next month at the West Coast Conference Basketball Tournament in Las Vegas.